Hey guys, Rick Shaw here. Figured I'd let you know what was going on. I was kind of weak. I was supposed to go in for a kidney biopsy, and they said they picked me up here, and then they took me to the business office, and they told me, okay, you can walk upstairs to the thing. I didn't get too far. Couldn't make it no more. Ran out of gas. And some young black girl said, "Hey, I'll take you up there." And she got me a wheel buggy and pushed me up there. So they did blood work right away, and I guess my red hemoglobins were down to, it had been 7.7 at the beginning of the week, and then they checked them and they were down to 6.0. And when that happens, you just got no power, guys. I mean, nothing. Hardly can walk. I was putting a pillow in a pillowcase, and it almost wore me out. So they started doing the treatments on that. Well, then they took a swab and said, "Oh shit, you're COVID." And I'm like, "Oh, give me a break." I got my sinuses are draining a little bit. So they're giving me that crap. So they can't do the kidney biopsy. I was in there for a day, but they got my red blood cells up to 9.0, which is good. They got that fixed. And then I got home late last night. And then today the woman called me and said, "We can't give you a ride because you got COVID, and the only way we can have you back at the hospital is if you come in here and do a 10-day quarantine." And I said, "Well, hey, I've had this already for 7 or 8 days already. So I only need like a 1 or 2 day." "No, that's not how it works. You have to do 10 days. So they're pushing this COVID crap. Doctor came in. I said, "This is a bunch of crap." And she goes, "Yeah, we all know it, but the powers that be, we'll get fired. We have to go along with it." And that was one of the doctors. They know it's a bunch of crap. Why are they even doing it? I don't know. But they cut me loose. Now I am feeling a little bit better today. I'm not playing out. The kids and I took a big walk earlier, and not doing too bad. I'm not doing too bad at all. So I'm definitely getting better. I don't know what's going to happen. I was supposed to have a PET scan on Monday, and then they were going to reschedule my kidney biopsy. Well, they're telling me they're not going to pick me up on Monday. Who knows? Because one hand doesn't know what the other one's doing. This lady might say, "We're not going to give you a ride through this," but then the other place will give me the ride, because they weren't supposed to give me a ride home last night, and the guy showed up to give me a ride home. You know, so they tried to block me from getting a ride home. And then I was talking to the guy, and he looked pretty tired. He says, "Oh yeah, I'm already eight hours into overtime." I said, "You working a double, huh?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Everybody had to take the COVID test." He says, "They're all out partying at the bar because they all got COVID." So he says, "We got no drivers." And I was like, "Wow, that's really something." They changed over to a new test, so now everybody's got it. I mean, like the doctor told me, she says they could test a rock and find it now. That lady doctor that came in. So, but I got to see the kidney doctor yet. I was reading about this PET scan, and they put like a contrast dye in there. And from what I seen, it goes out through the kidneys. And I want to talk to the kidney doctor, and if that's the case, what can we do? I had one of those years ago, and I talked to the guy who reads it, because the doctors don't read it. They got a special dude who reads those scans. And I said, "Can you read this without the dye?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure." So I was like, cool. So I didn't get the dye, and he was able to read it. So, hopefully that'll be the case this time. The kidneys are just sort of staying status quo. They're not getting better. They're not getting worse. So they put me on extra vitamins to help strengthen the kidney. And I hope I don't have kidney cancer or some crap like that. It just seems they're giving me all this chemo and stuff. I should be getting better. I haven't gained any weight back. I'm right around 190 pounds, which is not good for me anyway. So I hope they get it figured out. But that's where we're at today. Kids they're going to church with their mom. I didn't want to go. I'm COVID positive. Yeah, how silly. That's the silliest thing. They're just going to be pushing on this, and a lot of places don't do it, but Ohio's a nanny state, so they're gonna push for this crap like this. So, and even the nurses I talked to, the nurses that were in my room, and the doctors that came in, none of them are buying this. Not a single one are buying it, and they pretty much it's 90% of them got it, but they're going to let them work as long as they wear a mask. That's what that one. Every time he came in a room, he put his mask on. He's allowed to work as long as he has a mask on. Oh, just I can't believe they're still beating the COVID drum. So, but I'll go ahead and let you go, and that's pretty much all that's going on. I hope my red blood cells don't hit rock bottom again because that really sucks. So I'll take care. And this is Rick Shaw out.